Hello everyone, welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today, as you can see, finally managed to get the M1 Abrams, and this is one of the earlier, not the first, but one of the earlier battles I had with it. As you can see, I still have the heat rounds instead of the Sabo, so I wasn't expecting to do very well in these rounds, in these matches, especially because a lot of the rest of my lineup is, frankly, completely under-tiered. So, what's really fun about this game is, well, managed to get a nuke at the end. So I figured I'd show you guys, and this is my second nuke ever, so figured I might as well post it on the channel. Unfortunately, the reason why I wasn't recording it live is because I was on a call with a friend, and frankly with this lineup I wasn't expecting to do anything besides maybe capture a point, maybe kill one enemy, and and then die. But turned out really well. So I'll put it into the player view. There we go. So you guys can see what I'm looking at. Obviously, you can see the enemies that I can't necessarily. So keep that in mind. But still pretty exciting. Don't see the guy he shot at. I think I did there. That's a 2S38. Ooh, I don't like how that's jumping around. I wonder why that is. Probably because the stabilizer that these high tier tanks have, maybe. So I'm gonna put it back to the default view just so that doesn't happen. Hopefully you guys can still tell what's going on. So I hear some gunfire going on. I think I spotted the T-80 firing this way, maybe. But I'm just trying to be careful because I don't want to drive out into the open and get side shot here. So I'm just checking, watching over C, because I figure someone's going to come try and take that eventually. And I want to be there when that happens. Trying to move to a better position. Don't see the T-72, but thankfully he doesn't see me either. Oop, nope, okay. Spotted the T-80, but the heat did absolutely nothing against this space and reactive armor, which is exactly why I've been struggling with this thing. Not like that shell hit in a particularly good spot anyway, but, still. What's nice about the Sabo round is they also travel way faster. So it's a little bit easier to hit shots. Spotted two guys. Figured I could kill the BMP-3, but I hit the tree in front of him and did absolutely nothing to him, which is amazing. That's yet another thing I have to worry about with the heat rounds. I spot the T-80 UD. I believe he's not looking at me right now, so decided to pop out, trying to finish him off. I don't do much. I set him on fire, and that's about it, because it can't penetrate through fuel tanks, the heat rounds. Boy, what can they do? I spot the BMP-3 around the corner here. He's not paying attention to me. So I decided to pop out and kill him. Thankfully, the heat shell worked in my favor there and just overpressured the entire tank with the high explosive TNT inside. I see him smoking, and I see him in the smoke. Took his gun out. If I can't kill them, at the very least I can disable them. And my teammate got him there. So that's assist number 1, and I'm at 1 kill as well. So already things going way better for me than they usually do in this tank. I heard the 2S38 firing again, but I don't have a line of sight on him. I see he's capturing B though, so trying to get any sort of shot I can. Decided to back up some more. Finally spot him, and thankfully the heat shell overpressures him as well. So, sometimes against lightly armored things like that and the BMP, it's great. It helps out. Against the other 90% of tanks I face, practically useless. So that's awesome as well. Forget that the shell has significant drop and miss the Leopard 2. Although, thankfully he didn't see me, and so I get a free kill. You know, not gonna complain. That's kill number 3. At this point, I'm just checking around for any more enemies. Spot the T7. Do I spot the 72? Do I really not see him? Oh. There he is. Now I see him. I probably die here. Yep. Died of the T-72. Just didn't see him when I popped out. That's on me. But hey, that's not the end of it. Because I still have the XM1 that I've been grinding with. So at this point, I figured that spot was really good for covering both B and C. So I'm going to try and head back there. What's nice is that about this tank is that even though it's completely under tiered, it has the exact same 105mm gun that the M1 has, with the benefit of being way faster. The downside is the armor is so light that autocannons can penetrate you pretty easily. But it's not like you were ever going to block any main battle tank cannons anyway, so. I see my old corpse there. Just checking around for that T-72, but I don't see him, so. And on the map you can kind of tell he's gone. He's dead already. But right now I'm just trying to regain my positioning to try and gain some dominance over the area. Oh, never mind. There's the T-72 right there. Did I? Oh my gosh, I really did see him. Wow, that's crazy. It's crazy what tunnel visioning will do to someone. This is my first time watching it back, so apologies for misremembering the situation. Hold on, I gotta see. Is he still there? Yeah, he's still there. We're both just facing the opposite directions, not even noticing each other. That's kind of impressive, honestly. He's heading this way. I'm basically looking at him. We still don't see each other. What in the heck? Okay. One of my teammates finally kills him the moment I spot him. Alright, well. There's your lesson in tunnel visioning. I got pretty lucky that I didn't get punished there, because it seems like he did the exact same thing. So at this point I figure I'll move up and try and cut off the enemies as they try and attack C. So I see that this guy's been spotted, so I'm just trying to move into position. Spot this guy instead, so I stop, miss him entirely. He somehow doesn't see me, so I pop back out, hit him right in the ammo, take him out. It's at this point I turn my attention to the other T-72. He's behind this rock, but he's trapped by my teammates and I, so eventually he's going to get punished for something. It's just a matter of time. Speaking of which, he pops out. There goes his barrel. I fire artillery on him to see if hopefully that'll do anything. At this point I try and squeeze through the rocks and just, you know, give myself some cover. Just waiting for the artillery to do something. I see he's poking out the back. He's machine gunning me, but it's not going to do anything besides maybe take my track out. Managed to kill his, I think it was gunner or commander. I didn't see. Apparently someone has a nuke. Oh wow, one of my allies got a nuke earlier in the game, and I guess they just never dropped it. At this point I can see that there's no enemies coming, so I just had to make the play to try and speed across this open field. This guy doesn't see me, either that or you're still repairing. So even though I missed that shot, My tracker gonna finish him off there. So that's kill number 5. Not sure what hit me there. Might have been my teammate. Missed him, I guess, and he manages to take out my gunner temporarily, and then he kills me. So that's unfortunate. My reaction time wasn't fast enough, and it was a combination of I wasn't fast enough and I just reacted a little. I didn't take my time to aim, so my shell ricocheted. I want to see this Jaguar. What happened to him? He's trying to make his way. It's at this point I respawn on the Bradley, and one of my teammates shoots down the nuke. So the game continues. Bradley's another one of those tanks where I feel like War Thunder's just not the best place for a Bradley to thrive, especially at not especially at this tier. It's the only tier it plays at, but well, it is an up tier, so the toes do struggle against the reactive armor and stuff like that. But this is honestly the next best tank in my lineup, so I figure why not? I'm having a pretty decent game, so let's continue it, right? So kind of the same deal. Try and move to the center and gain a good vantage point. So at this point I spot the AMX-40. Try to fire a tow at it. Realize I hit him, don't do much damage, and then I realize this is the type of thing that I can kill with my Bushmaster. So I do. So that worked out. Still being decapped, but I think that's just because, yeah, no, there's no enemies on there, so I just moved into capture it. I'm going to move back out of this because I tend to zoom in and out a lot. So that's kill number 6. We go into the capture point. At this point I decide, I don't know, just to move up and see if I can find some more things to kill. At this point I think I spot the 2S38. Yep, so there goes the tow missile. Hit him, set him on fire, but I don't manage to kill him, so no dice there. At this point I see C, base capture point C being capped. So crest the ridge, just looking for anything. When I get out of that again. You can see the T-72A over by the building, near the enemy side. So this is a good open area. I figure he's just captured it. He might try and move forward, get some more kills, but I feel like he would have done that by now, so I'm inclined to move forward and try and find this guy. I'm making sure to move slow so the tow missiles stay deployed, because if you move too fast in the Bradley, they kind of they fold down, and then you can't fire them for a few seconds. I spot the T-72A. He doesn't see me. Fire the tow missile. Tow missile doesn't do anything. He manages to miss me somehow. Tow missile number 2 takes out his gunner. I'm trying to take out his tracks because I can't see his gun. Track is taken out. Actually, it looks like my ally took out his gun, which is an M22 Locust, of all things. So I'm just making sure he doesn't have any allies around. That Locust is obviously unable to do anything from the front. He's just looking at me. So I make sure I don't see anything else, and then I move in for the kill. Got his ammo, and he's dead. So C's recaptured by my teammate, and I think I got a little bit of credit for that. spotting for enemies, making sure I don't get shot in the open, trying to move to a decent spot. I see bees being captured, or was, so I turn around. Again, just hunting for more kills. Honestly, this is just me being a little bit greedy. Because I think I see at this point that I'm close to a nuke. So moving in. It's this French VBCI APC. 1 or 2 Bushmaster rounds are enough to finish them off. So that's great. At that point, I had enough for a nuke, so spawned it in. I guess they mounted on the Jaguar. It's pretty cool. Yeah, at this point I'm like, oh geez, I don't know if the enemy has any anti-air. Looking at the lineup, they actually have two really good anti-air pieces: the ZSU-23 and the 2S6X. 2S6. The Tunguska. 2 very, very deadly anti-air pieces. So I figure, I mean, I obviously don't know that, but I figure my best course of action is just to stay as low to the ground as physically possible and use as much terrain cover as I can. So full afterburner, just making my way. I do see an F-117 up, an allied one, but he's not being shot down, so I feel a little bit more confident. But again, just to be safe, sitting down low as possible. I just see that M22 got God mode, which means he killed something, which is honestly impressive. At this point I climb up just to try and drop it as early as possible. I get shot down by the MiG-21, but was able to release it just in time. I did not see the MiG-21 coming. I was a little tunnel vision. And there's the nuke. That's it. My second ever nuke, and it was in what should have been a pretty terrible game, honestly. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. 8 kills, 4 base captures, 1 assist. And in some of the maybe not best vehicles ever. You know, considering they either weren't upgraded or, you know, the Bradley. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.